So first of all, my first question is like, how did you come up with the idea of working on Hampton Court?
Well, that was my agent actually. So I had, I wonder was Titanic just finished? I can't remember the exact point, but Catherine Howard's downfall began at Hampton Court in 1541, and I finished my biography of her. And my agent and her husband were visiting from New York and London. So I met them, and she wanted to see Hampton Court. So I gave sort of a brief potted tour of the palace, and she said at the end of it, I think there's a book in this. I think there's a book. And I initially was actually a bit hesitant, not because I didn't really like Hampton Court, but because I thought, well, I've written so much about it, or so much about that week when Catherine Howard began her downfall in 1541, and I probably would have to repeat myself. But we had a talk, and you pitched the new ideas for after. It was after Titanic had been completed, and we had a think, and it was the one my editors jumped at.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about Catherine Howard? What made you? What do you think of her? Like, what's your assessment of her after working on her?
I think what was surprising about her, and it was quite a relief. So first of all, I think a lot of people for a long time there was a by the 1990s and the early 2000s, the idea she was born in 1525 was sort of accepted. I previously accepted that. And that sort of presented the horrifying narrative of her being about 14 or 15 when Henry married her and about 16 or 17 when she died. And sort of not just me, but a general consensus now is that actually the year has to have been about 1522 or 1523. I found some wills and actually, interestingly, probates of wills and testimonies that shift it back.